Hello everybody!
Hi guys!
Who won at Mario Party yesterday?
It was actually
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
I used to be a big gamer when I was younger. Not anymore.
We're getting back into it though.
I know it's coming back. The end of our sex life will be Pokemon because... Hi Paige and Paige's boyfriend.
That's amazing.
Is it? Any plans for the weekend, ladies? Big plans, actually. Thank you for asking. So, after this stream, there are these two women who are coming from the States over to Canada, and they're going to interview us for a short story involving lots of YouTubers, lots of female LGBTQ plus YouTubers.
Yeah.
We are very fortunate to be one of the ones that they wanted to interview. When they asked us and they said who else was doing it, we're like, whoa, yeah. We don't belong. The girls are gonna post, they're gonna edit, and they're gonna make it as a short film / documentary, and they're gonna put it on YouTube. So when it does come out, we will link it to you guys, and then you can see. I think for the most part, after discussions with them, it sounds like it's gonna be quite a heavy and important video. I think coming out, not necessarily our coming out stories, but also society as a whole. And
it'll be very educational.
I think so too. What they were sort of saying is they come to YouTube to you know, when they didn't feel comfortable with who they were or are, and they watch YouTubers like us, but when we didn't exist back then, to feel more comfortable and confident. So they want to make this short film as sort of a catch-all, you know, for what they sort of look to different people to do to have comfort. They're gonna make this video now. Someone said update 6th stream without water. I drank water the last one. You guys. When will it be out? Not sure. We can always update you closer to the time. How is the football going, Paige? Coaching.
Oh, coaching. Okay. It's...
Keep up.
Do you see this attitude that goes on? Like, maybe I'm playing soccer or maybe I'm coaching soccer.
But I know you're not playing. Why would I ask?
It wasn't you that asked me, was it? Anyways, the point is, coaching is going well. I'm coaching and filming and having a good time.
Paige, have you fully recovered from the onion?
No, I'm still brushing my teeth to this day.
That
was horrible.
When I edited the video, I'm like, people can't even tell it's an onion. Like, I'm not having her bite into an onion for nothing. So we did the whole little blooper reel, and I had to make sure you saw the onion.
It does look like an apple kind of when you're just watching it at first. So.
Yeah. You really committed to that bite. Like, you saw the size of that bite, right? Jesus Lord. Everyone's like, oh, Paige is so brave. Paige didn't have to kiss herself. I had to kiss her with an onion in her mouth. In
whose mouth? Did I put the onion in your mouth? No.
It transferred.
Not in the same degree.
The waterfall was worse than the onion, lol. I was really proud of how I did that, because it was very difficult to have a mouth full of water to make it look like you have nothing, and to let it slowly come out kiss by kiss.
It's fun for me too.
Yeah. That was a really, really fun video to film. It was shorter than our usual ones, but we were able to be so creative.
Oh, it was so hard not to laugh during that though. Oh my god.
Especially the woodpecker. Oh my god. That hurt. Like, it really hurt.
It was very...
Waterfall was good. Open eyes was the weirdest. Have you had a kiss with an have you ever had a kiss with an open-eyed person?
I don't know. My eyes were shut.
Sometimes I like peek.
Yeah, like I've peeked a little.
But if I peek and they're like full
wide, I would have a bit of a heart attack, I think.
Okay, well, I'm glad you guys liked it so much. People are saying it's the funniest one so far. Chubby bunny challenge. I would choke on 2.
Yeah, we should try it sometime, but I'm a little bit scared.
You'd be fine though. Like, you don't really gag. You're quite good with that.
Well,
boyfriend used to somehow do every kiss in that video at the same time. Made it very easy to realize I was gay.
Amazing.
I do find, sorry for the boys watching, I do find girls better kissers than boys typically. I think boys, like, they feel the need to be dominant and controlling, like porn star style. That's my 2 cents.
I don't know.
It's a bit early in the day to say porn, sorry. Guys, update on the friggin' half marathon that we're doing. We're doing very well. We're gymming constantly. I have been running more than I've ran in my entire life, and probably last week.
Yeah, you've been doing very well.
Paige is crushing it. like absolutely crushing it. You're like, we've come to an arrangement now. You know how I asked you guys if you were in my position, would you want Paige to run on or wait if I need to stop? What she said was, if I put effort into training and I need to stop, then she'll stop with me. However, if I'm just like, yeah, I can't be bothered to go to the gym and aren't working on my fitness and need to stop, then she's not going to stop, which I think is a very fair play. But I still think
I really do want to run with you, though. That's I do want to run with you. I just also want to motivate you to like want to like train with me and go and stuff. So I think it'll be really good.
Gymming is a word. I have to use that.
I've never used it. Holly uses it.
Yeah, I don't think it is a word. It's my word though, and you're welcome to use it.
Paige, how's your knee feeling after running long distance? It's not great. I'll tell you that. Then. Right after I finish running, it tightens up, and then usually my sleep after is pretty bad because it's just so sore all around. Like the arthritis is just not the best, but every day gets a little bit better.
Holly, do you perform well at the gym? I find that quite a subjective question. I feel like I perform well. Yeah, we'll see. Mm-hmm. I've been pushing myself.
Yeah, you have. You've been doing great.
Oh my! I almost threw up. I really almost threw up on the treadmill. I had to stop. Emergency stop too. I always feel better after I go, but my God, during, I'm like, why the fuck am I here? What am I doing?
Sorry guys, I'll be back. I just have to run down quickly.
Okay. Sorry, no, just leave me with the weighted questions. It's fine. Oh, I feel very on the spot. I feel alone without you.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people are asking about coming out to parents. That seems to be a big thing. Or talking to girls and not knowing where to go from there. When's the right time to tell someone you are gay? Okay, so let's do coming out to family. I would say, as a general rule of thumb, at least in my life, what I found really helpful is, oh my God, it feels like my coming out video again, I'm so nervous. Before you come out to other people, you need to be very sure of yourself, because if a parent or someone in your family questions you on it, you know, because all their life they've thought you were one thing and all of a sudden you're coming out saying that you're another thing. They're going to have questions, and if you sort of waver in your responses or you're not sort of calm and collected when they ask you certain questions, it's going to be more confusing for them, and it might make you take several steps back as far as you feeling comfortable with who you are. If you need to come out to friends while you're trying to figure yourself out, that's what I did. That really helped me feel more confident and comfortable with myself. When you are ready to come out to your parents and you feel sure in who you are and you're sick of hiding and you're like, this is who I am, I would say it depends on what your relationship is like with your family, what type of people you have in your family. For instance, I had grown up very, very fortunate, and my parents had always made it known that, you know, if you're gay, if you're straight, we don't care, we love you anyway. I didn't have that barrier to overcome. However, Paige grew up in a different sort of family, a more religious-based background, where being gay wasn't openly talked about. An uncomfortable conversation to have, because you're talking about your sexuality and who you're attracted to, and you know, straight people don't have to do that. They don't have to disclose anything. They don't have to explain themselves. That's something unique and sort of frustrating.
Hi guys, sorry.
When you come out to your family, whether you know it's going to go well or you know it's going to go very poorly, try and do it in a safe environment. You can have a sibling there that already knows. You can have a friend. You can have a friend on call or waiting in your friggin' driveway, you know, and then you can dip out if need be. Like, set yourself up for success. Make sure that you're not stuck in a situation that you cannot get out of. Safe environment, comfortable in yourself. Then, why I said it depends on who your family is. So for me, the best form of communication for me to talk to my family about it was in person. I told my brother first and told my parents together afterwards. It depends, like if you're closer with one parent over another, you might want to tell that one parent first.
I was just going to say that, yeah, sometimes it can be better if you know some family member is going to do better than the other, or like a sibling or an aunt or a cousin or whatever it may be. Sometimes it may be easier to tell that person first, then they have your back and can support you.
Yes.
Once you do actually come out to your main family or whoever it is that you're trying to come out to. So at least you have somebody in your family who's going to support you. And
just that emotional support, knowing that someone already knows in the room and is okay with it, and when you're telling someone else, you know, they sort of have your back, and if anything did go awry, you have that person there. But for Paige, as many of you know, the best form of communication was for her and for her family was through a written letter.
yeah.
So they could sit, read it again, absorb it, and then discuss after. Some of us don't have that barrier to overcome with really religious background, or you know they'll be fine with it, but you're just fucking nervous as hell to actually have the conversation. I don't have any advice to take that away. There's nothing in this world that's going to make that conversation one of the best moments of your life, right? There's not going to be fireworks and shit. Like, it's a difficult conversation to have because you shouldn't have to have it. But the way society is, you do have to disclose all of this stuff that you shouldn't really have to your parents of all things. Because people, I find the gay community does get sexualized quite a bit, you know? It's not necessarily about love, it's about sex. So sometimes you come out to people and the first thing they think of is, she wants to have sex with girls, he wants to have sex with boys. It's not, oh, he's in love with a man or she's in love with a woman. That's not where people's brains go, and it's really unfortunate that that's the way it is. As far as nerves go, the only thing that can it's like a presentation, really. If you know your shit inside and out, aka you know who you are, and nothing will shake that confidence in yourself, that's the best sort of prep you can get. If you're shaky and you don't know your information back to front, and something could sway you either way, i.e. you're not 100% sure in who you are when you come out to your parents, it's not going to be as easy, and you're going to be even more nervous.
I actually told my cousin, who's one of my best friends, I told her first, and she helped me come out to my parents, who I told after. And then I told my sister right after my parents. But if you're going through that right now where you've already come out and you're like, I don't know what to do, this situation is really just, like, my parents are treating me differently, it's kind of like they're disappointed in me. You can expect that to happen in certain situations with certain family members. Doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. No, things for me and my family have gotten way better than they used to be. All it does is it takes some time for them to wrap their head around it, change their views and their expectations from what they were. And sometimes they need that space or that time or whatever it is, that uncomfortable period before they're able to change. Things will get better, but you definitely need time, for sure. Don't expect it to be a right away thing.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys, if you don't mind answering. Did you find, whether you're in the process of coming out, completely in the closet, or full out, did you find labels helped you or hindered you? Do you like labels? Do you hate labels? What are your thoughts on that? Hindered. I hate labels. I hate labels. Labels are restricting. Okay? I hate labels. Do not like labels. Labels helped me. I like them. Hate them. I feel like I need a label, but they stress me out. That's very well said. Labels made me feel like I had to rush to find out who I am. I don't like them.
Everybody's opinion is completely valid, though, whether you like them or hate them. If they help you in some sort of way, that's great. That's all that really matters.
And did you label yourself? Do you label yourself now?
I think I say I'm gay to make things a lot easier, because I would say 99% of the time I am, like, only attracted to women, and that's the way it is. But again, like, I don't like that restriction on things. It's very uncomfortable to me to have that, and I don't like to. That is what I'll use in public situations. Again, if anything ever happened, I would hate for people to judge me based on this label that I have now. Like, I don't get it. We're like, we are mad at the world for labeling us, and then we want to label people in our own group. Like, I don't understand.
I just read a comment. From what I've seen, the older generation of LGBTQ feels really proud of their labels and find them important, whereas the younger generations don't like. I think you're spot on with that one. We've come under a bit of flack for having a label and not sticking to it. I found on a lot of these things, people say, for me in particular, no, Holly identifies as bi. I do not identify as bi. If I did, that's for me to say. And they're sort of debating back and forth. Okay, Paige identifies as lesbian, but she said she'd smash Leo in the video, so she's obviously not. It's like,
Yeah.
But I understand that it can be comforting. I labeled myself because I found comfort in saying, boom, here I am, you know,
Yeah.
look at my label. But now that I've matured a bit and grown more comfortable and confident, I found that I don't need a label anymore to describe myself. Like you were saying, we work so hard to be who we are, and then we get slapped with a label with someone that's supposed to understand the fight that we've had.
Yeah.
You know? And I also feel, a lot of people are saying this too, is that labels helped their family understand who they are.
That was a big thing for me too.
Me too. You know, it's sort of like a stereotype. You know, you can put yourself in a box, a neat little package, and you're like, this is how you understand me, you know? And they're like, thank you so much. I was really having difficulty with this. And they
just like that.
And they keep that package.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a lot difficult to explain fluidity to a grandma, you know? Or even parents. Or siblings. And it totally depends, too, where you...
I know, I couldn't have that conversation with my parents. I could not explain the spectrum that people fall upon. Like, that would be a very difficult thing for them to try and understand. Sometimes it's just easier to use those labels for things like that. Whether or not you use a label or you don't, or you're confused about your label, or you don't feel like you fully are defined by that, it's totally okay, and you're allowed to feel that way. And it's normal, and other people feel it too. All that matters is how you feel and what you want to label yourself as, whether that be something or whether that be nothing. Everything is allowed, and you shouldn't have to feel the pressures that other people are trying to put on you.
It's not for anyone else to decide but you.
Yeah.
A lot of people think there's no such thing as bisexual. Either you're gay or you're straight. What do you think? I think bi identity is very looked over, and I think a lot of people also feel the way you sort of said, that it doesn't exist and they're just sitting on the fence and they need to choose sides. I completely think that the bi identity is 100% valid. I don't think it's always 50-50. I think it can be 90-10. Who gives a shit? If you're attracted to both and you like identifying as bisexual, then you are bisexual.
You can just call it your diabetes dog without it having to be properly done. Truly. Oh, it's a dog that, what is the actual name? No. It's a dog, so, because I have diabetes, I have type 1, and so basically the dog would be able to sense when my blood sugars are high or low by smell. It's something with the smell or something, and that they could either wake me up, for example, if I'm sleeping, wake me up or wake Holly up, to kind of notify one of us that there's something going on with my levels. And
so cool.
It's really, really cool. And it's a service dog is what it is.
Get a diabetes turtle. There's no way that's a thing. Can you imagine? She's low.
By the time we get there, I'm dead.
No, don't talk like that.
Oh.
Stop it.
I love you.
Love you.
We should probably get going. I still have to pack up my stuff. I want to pack all my diabetes stuff up. What's the problem?
Nothing's the problem, but you always say all my diabetes stuff. It's 3 things.
As someone who is a non-diabetic, zip your lips, bitch. Okay, guys.
Love you guys.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.